Alright, FishAholic fam, welcome back to another episode, or if you're a first-time viewer, thank you so much for clicking on this video and tuning in. My name is Rich, and today we are up here in the Northeast, and if you've been following along with the vids, you know that I moved to Florida back in October, and I wanted to do a northern trip for 2-3 weeks. So we left probably about 2 weeks ago, Stewart, Palm City, Florida, and I fished Sebastian, Florida, Jacksonville, Florida, spent a couple days in Charleston, South Carolina, and then we beelined it up here to the New York, New Jersey area like 4 or 5 days ago. And my first day I got here, I was dog tired and exhausted, but I was able to you know, finish my drive and put in like 5-6 hours in the surf, and unfortunately we got skunked and only had like one bluefish bite. And then the next day my girlfriend actually flew up from Florida because she never visited the New York, New Jersey area. So the last few days I've kind of been her tour guide, and that was a lot of fun, super cool, and you know, not doing any kind of fishing, but it was just a great time showing her around. And I just dropped her off at the airport and made the run to the water here, and now we've got the kayak in the back bay here, and I'm excited to be back, and I want to get out there and see if we can get on some striped bass, some bluefish primarily, and if not that, maybe drop some little jigs down to the bottom and see if we can get on some fluke or some summer flounder. So anyway, let's see if we make a day of it. Stay tuned, let's get them. All right, well, to start, I want to try tossing around this 4-inch FishAholic finback shad on a 1/2 ounce S&S Tri FishAholic jig head, and I'm going to pour some of this Dr. Juice Slam fish scent on the bait. And if you want a free bottle of this, just click the link in the description and basically just pay the shipping. And yeah, I'm going to rub this juice all on this bait. And what's cool is just by touching my fingers in the water, I can see the fish oil coming off it. So by putting this on the bait real nice, once it's swimming down there in the water column, it leaves a little bit of an oil trail, and I think that helps fish key in on the bait a little bit better. We're in 10 feet of water right now, so kind of like in the main channel, and I think we've got like an hour and a half left to the outgoing tide, which is actually like a really good time of the tide, and that's why we made the run today. You know, I felt like we would have a good little bite window for the next like hour or two, and then I'm just gonna try and fish the incoming and see what happens. I'm not really sure, but I'm hoping this tide will pull the fish out, and they'll kind of end up right in this spot where we just launched. Looks like we got a dead striper right here. That's kind of sad to see. Poor little guy. That's the circle of life, though. That striper will feed the crabs, the worms, and other little bait fish, and then the stripers or bluefish that are alive will eat them. Marking a bunch of fish right here, right on the bottom in like 9 feet of water. So I just put the drive in reverse, and I'm gonna try and do like a back troll down current as I just jig this bait right along the bottom. Come on, come on. Can't wait till we get our first stump. If we get our first stump. I like to keep my expectations low, because you never know. Oh, really two nice, really good, or two really nice fish right there, or maybe three. Dang, dude. There's a fish. Oh, it's a bluefish. Well, what? Oh my gosh, he jumped in the boat. That was crazy. First bluefish in a while. All right. Now there's definitely some stripers here, because the marks that I'm seeing are definitely like more like stripery marks. Like if you look at like this little like blue scratch of a mark, like that's kind of like a bluefish mark. But usually a striper mark is like a mix of like yellow, red, and orange, and they're just a little bit thicker. There's a fish. This might be a bass. Oh yeah. There we go. Nice little schooly bass, just jigging the 4-inch FishAholic fin back right along the bottom. That's a healthy one. Probably like 27 inches. Sweet. Getting some fish on the board. Super fun on the light tackle. Let's do it again. We've only got like a little trickle of outgoing left. I bet probably only like 30 or 40 minutes now. And it's been probably about like 20 minutes since I was like consistently marking fish. So I wasn't marking like anything. And then we got that bite. So I was kind of just fan casting this whole area. And oh, there's actually another mark right there. There's another one. This definitely feels like another bluefish. But he hasn't jumped yet, so maybe it's a striper. Oh, this fish has got some shoulders to him. Woo! Oh, all right, it's a little bit bigger bluefish. Good quality fish. We're really lucky he hasn't cut me off yet. All right, that's a good one for only 30-pound test on some light tackle. There we go. Got her on the boga. Wow, this fish really was hooked good and definitely was not coming off. Get a quick weight on her. Solid 9-pounder. There she goes. All right, well, I'm enjoying this little light tackle bite that we're getting on in this area, and it's nothing too crazy, but it's consistent enough to keep me in this spot. And we actually caught that first striper and that last blue about 20 minutes apart, and the striper we caught on the very end of the outgoing tide, and then the tide went slack really quick and turned around and started coming in, and we caught that blue on the very beginning of the incoming. So I'm probably gonna just stick it out for the entire incoming and you know, see what the tide brings us. So let's keep it going. There's another one. Oh my gosh. Did that just happen? No freaking way. I can't believe that just happened. I had my bigger shad hanging out behind the kayak, and a follower that was following this one that I hooked with the lighter setup came off and ate this one. Like, this is absolutely mental. I'm gonna try and see if we can land both of them. I'm gonna keep the kayak going ahead, so the second one is just hanging out there. And yeah, if we can get this first one in the kayak, then we'll be able to reel in the second one. Oh, he's jumping back there. No, stay on, buddy. Stay on. Oh, well, the one just threw the hook next to the kayak, but I grabbed the leader, so that's a catch. Oh, this is a bigger one. Look at that. Yeah, that's awesome. This one might be like 10 pounds. Oh my gosh. Oh, the leader is so frayed. He's hanging on by a thread. We got to get this fish on the grippers. Oh, it's barely hanging on. No, come here. Come here. Oh, there he goes. Quick release just by lifting the tension off a little bit. Look at that leader. It is so frayed. And actually, still pretty strong. There's another fish. Oh, a little striper on the big shad. All right, pretty sweet. Cool to add another fish to the board. All right, Fishaholics. Well, pretty sweet. We got one more striper on the board, but unfortunately, it's been about an hour now since that fish, and I've been fishing kind of all over the place, and I'm not marking anything, and I haven't had any bites. So I think we're gonna call it a day, and I probably would stick around and see if we can get some more stripers or blues, or get some fluke, but being that it's Sunday and it's so beautiful out, there's a lot more boat traffic coming out on the water now, and it's starting to get kind of horrific. So I think we'll just head out of here, head home, grab some food and rest up a little bit, and edit the 2 Charleston videos that I got to do, edit this video and get them up on the channel for you guys, and then get ready to go out and do a fishing tomorrow on Monday, and just see if we can, you know, get on another bite. You know, I'm super happy with how we did today in only like 4 or 5 hours of fishing. You know, we hit like the last couple hours of the outgoing, got the first like couple hours of the incoming, and that's typically like the best time, in my opinion, for stripers and blues in this area. And same thing kind of with the fluke. So like if we were to start fluke fishing now, and if, you know, we were going to do well, I think we would have to wait for like the very end of the incoming and the very beginning of the outgoing. So anyway, if you guys got any questions or comments, just comment down below, and look in the description for all my tackle used in today's video. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to smash that like button to make my day, and hit that subscribe button to stay tuned for more. And until the next video, live to fish, fish to live.